Great Easter. Guys had good practice number 13. Got a little fight out there today. I had to run them. So it's been a while since we had that. So they're still on edge, which is good. We'll get ready for spring game on Saturday.
Who fought?
Too many. I don't know who yet. Got to go back and watch the videotape.
What did you decide format-wise for Saturday?
We're not going to do the draft, so there will be no draft tomorrow. Still debating on the draft, on the format. The kids don't know the format yet, so I'll probably just hold and just kind of sleep on it. So, it's whatever's best for the team. We're just going to kind of wait and see, but it'll be competitive. It won't be some, you won't be watching individual drills. It'll be a game. So.
Will you guys be doing special teams there as well?
Yeah, but it won't be too much. I mean, we'll punt for sure, because we've punted every day this spring. Because we're going to be really good at punt this year, so we'll do every phase, but we won't try to go block it and do all that. It's just too hard to get that all fixed up when you're going against each other. That's why spring games are good. Then you wouldn't have to worry. Then you could do everything you want.
Is part of avoiding the draft getting more matchups that you guys want to see as coaches?
Yeah, just but there's good and the bad. I love the draft. I think it's it's fun to get them in here and do it. I've done it for years and years and years and. But there's just sometimes there's some mismatches that you don't want to see, and I'd rather be a cleaner scrimmage, but stay safe at the same time. So the good thing is the draft keeps them safer, but I think our guys are smart enough to do it the right way.
What things are you looking for from your quarterbacks, particularly from Phil?
Well, it's all of them. Looking for decision making, right? Making the plays and decision making. That's what it comes down to. You got to make good decisions in this game, so it's going to come down to who makes good decisions on game days.
You mentioned in past scrimmages the play calling would be more just trying to figure things out rather than competing. Is that going to be the case Saturday, or is it going to be more calls to try to win the game?
It'll be keep it a little bit vanilla, but there's times where we go out and do an inside drill, and I tell the defense, hey, you can't blitz. I won't see base. I mean. So that's nothing, unusual. We're going to play our base defense. We're going to, run our base offense. We can pretty much run anything that we ran last year, without doing too much junk. And, anything new we won't do. And obviously there's new stuff on both sides of the ball.
You obviously want to keep it vanilla, like you said, but this is also the only time your fans watch the team between bowl game and September. You kind of want to put on a show, right? I mean, how do you balance, or maybe you don't, but how do you balance entertaining the fans, giving them something to get excited about, and not showing too much?
They'll be more excited about this game. I would encourage everybody to come out. They'll be more excited about this spring game than the past, I think, just because of the you're going to have I think a little bit different deal. So I'll leave it at that.
By different deal, do you mean better matchups?
Better matchups. Yeah. Better matchups.
Do you weigh more into battles throughout the spring game than you would say in the scrimmage or throughout a regular practice?
I think, in the past, didn't care about the spring game matchups, but now I think we're going to maybe do a little bit of that, just change it up and see how it goes. So the matchups will be important in the spring game.
Is there a bit of angst from the offense because the defense won the first two scrimmages, where the offensive guys are wanting to prove themselves?
I think so. I mean, I think anytime you get punched in the face, you want to come back and get a swing in, and but that goes. I mean, every period's like that a little bit. The offense win this period, defense wins the next. So there's continuous adversity during scrimmages, during practice, from period 1 to period 18.
Are the stakes the same for the winners and the losers?
It's maybe. I think we can maybe do something. We're still working on the details. It's new, so I just want to take my time and do it the right way.
You have the veteran corners, obviously, and we've talked about some of the younger guys. Where's Noah Bigelow? How's he done this spring?
Noah's had a good spring, and so is Tamarian Crumpley as well. Those two guys have grown up a little bit. I'm excited about where they are. They've had a good spring. It was time for them to step up, and they have. So they've done some great things this spring.
Do you anticipate Frank as an OC calling plays more like he has in some of the practices, some of the scrimmages you guys have had, where he calls a few things repetitively,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
will he call? Okay.
Yes.
Is there a position group that maybe has come along further than you've anticipated so far this spring, and maybe one that you're looking for to step up on Saturday?
I think there's been competition at every position. I can't say there's one more than another. I mean, obviously, I got Donovan come up here. We got 4 safeties that are playing well right now, and he's the new guy back there, but he's playing well, and there's good competition back there. We got guys that can play, but I got to say there's competition at really every position. I mean, there's not one position that you're going, oh, that's his. Maybe on the offense line, you can say, hey, those guys are the starters. But those twos are competing to see who's going to be that fifth or sixth guy in there.
How have your safeties rounded out as practices have continued throughout the spring, as far as their responsibilities and understanding how their alignment is very important to how you guys cover?
Yeah, I mean, they've done a great job. I mean, Coach Sanders does a great job coaching them up, and they know what they're doing. It's just consistency and doing it right all the time. And then, one day you got that all down, you got that fixed, and the next day there's new formations and new motions that you have to adjust to. So every day it's a learning curve as far as what you're getting thrown at you. I mean, we've gotten a lot of motion the last few days, which is really good. We need to see it, and that's helped out. And again, new motion today, in the run game, which I think when I go back and watch the tape, it's going to be, just again adjusting the safeties and the backers based on what they did to us today.
When you are most of those guys cross training the safety spots? Or
Yeah,
you have some
yeah.
that are just one.
They're working both of them. I think maybe Donovan's playing to the boundary more than him just because he's the new guy back there. But I think the other guys can flip from the field to the boundary.
But Hall's part of that mix too, isn't he?
No doubt, Steph Hall's having a good spring.
You don't necessarily mind it when there's fights, or do you rather not see them?
If it's one-on-one, I'm good. It's when guys want to jump in. That's when I got a
There's
problem.
guys jumping in
Yeah.
today.
Oh yeah. So then they ran.
Good.
All right.
Coach, thank
All right.